So comparing the OE to the KC Design end links, you can see that the OE ones have a fair amount of plastic on them. Like looking at this rear one right here, the entire link itself is plastic, and on the front you have these couplers which hold the ball joint to the center metal rod as plastic, so you never actually have full metal connection the whole way around. Right here, you know, the metal rod ends and you just have plastic between that and the ball joint. On the KC Design, everything is full metal, so it should be more rigid. And in particular, if you were to ever like try and flex your rear sway bar while it's in the air, you can see that these rear end links do have some flex to them. One of the really nice things about the KC Design adjustable end links is when you install them, you only have to turn the center collar to adjust both ends. So if I just show you here, I can turn it one way, and because these ends are threaded opposite of each other, just by turning the collar, I can extend or contract both ends at the same time. This is so much nicer than having to go and, you know, adjust one end and then go to the other side and adjust the other. And you can do it all just with turning the center column. The KC Design balls use a 5mm hex counterhold instead of the T30 that the OEs use. I'm not a huge fan of using hex in this application, so we'll see how that does. And the nuts are also M10, just like the OE ones, but unlike the OE ones, the thread pitch is different, so you can't reuse or use the same nuts from the OE ones on the KC Design. The OE lock nuts are M10 by 1.5mm thread pitch, and the KC Design ones are M10 by 1.25mm. Additionally, these use a 16mm socket for those nuts, and this only uses 14. Both of the lock nuts are completely metal, and they are flange nuts, so that's really nice to see that it's fully metal, not one of those stupid nylocks that you can never really torque and, you know, can definitely only ever use once. Additionally, the KC Design uses some flange nuts right here to lock against the center adjusters. So once you've dialed in your length, and you need to tighten these down against here to prevent these guys from rotating and lengthening or shortening on their own. Taking a look at the front end links, the OE end link from center of ball joint to center of ball joint is 12 3/8 inch, and at its minimum, the KC Design is 11 1/8 inch. Now, KC Design site says that the max length for the front end link is 12.55 inches, which I have here. And at this length, there are 10 threads of each ball end in the main center collar. If you decide to extend that so that each ball end has 7 threads in the center collar, you can get just under 13 inches. So here are the rear end links, and you can see the measurement from center of ball to center of ball on the OE one is 5 3/8 inches, and KC Design says that their max travel or max extension length for theirs, center of ball to center of ball, is 6 1/4 inches. At its minimum length, KC Design says that it should be able to go down to 4 3/4, but mine looks like the minimum is 5 inches.